And he also goes as far as saying Ondaba will say, Ondaba being us, guys. So first we were self-appointed lawyers, then we were experts, and now Singabo Ondaba. Judge Rata, keep the insults coming.
And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still wanna party. Things felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a 10. Like Debbie, all of the Barbies is pretty. Damn, all of the bodies is bad.
Hey my bears, this is just a reminder not to skip the ads. Guys, bye. Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nogwazi Ndombela, also known as Kwazi Bear on all social media platforms. Do subscribe, be a part of this family, and if you are a returning subby, welcome back, darling. Guys, we're on a break. Yes, I know we're on a break, but I know this video is very late. I was in the process of moving, so I was unable to give you guys an update as to what happened on the 3rd of February. So I'm here to do that and then continue with my long break. Please do stay tuned, don't skip ads, like this video and comment down below with your thoughts. Now, as we all know, on the 3rd of February we were meant to commence with the proceedings where advocate Mnisi would cross-examine Kininda on behalf of accused number 1, Muzi Sibiya. We do know that Mnisi has taken over the case here, Muzi Sibiya, after Mngomezulu's untimely passing in December. So on the 3rd of February we were expecting Mnisi to cross-examine Kininda, but that wasn't the case. So I'm just here to let you guys know what happened in court on the 3rd, and then also just put opinion yaminyana with regards to what is happening in the Senzo Meyiwa case. Now, on the 3rd of February, Mnisi commenced by telling the court that he is not done with his preparation with regards to Muzi Sibiya's case. He had about a week and 2 days to go through the record, and he felt that he was still unprepared and he would require more time. So the judge then asked how much time Mnisi would need. Would it be months, would it be days, would it be weeks, and also questioned the issue as to how many pages the transcript actually has. Baloyi does indicate that the transcript has about 42,000 pages, which is a lot, guys. Let's be honest, it's a lot. Now, Mnisi tries to explain to the judge that the transcripts are numbered from 1 to 42,000. Basically, each day has its own numbers, maybe from 1 to 90. Then the following day starts back at 1. So he's not really numbering and he's not really counting the pages of which he has read of the record. Mnisi does also point out the fact that being a person that was part of this case all along, he is a bit privileged when it comes to the information that he is reading, because one, he has been sitting in court, so he knows which witnesses actually speak about accused number 1, and he knows which exhibits actually speak to the case of accused number 1. So he does make an example with Mube's girlfriend, where he knows that the evidence of that particular witness is irrelevant to accused number 1. He does also say that he does require more time to approach some of the witnesses that are on record in order for him to give a strong case for accused number 1. So when the judge asked how much time Mnisi will need, he does say that he needs a minimum of 3 weeks. So he's looking at about the 24th of February, where he thinks that he might be ready to actually commence with the cross-examination. He says that he needs the preparation for Muzi's case to be to the T, so that it is a fair trial. The judge then suggests that Mnisi takes 6 weeks. He says he's prepared to give Mnisi 6 weeks in order for him to prepare for this case. He does say that his client, Muzi Sibiya, does deserve fair representation, and he also goes as far as saying Ondaba will say, Ondaba being us, guys. So first we were self-appointed lawyers, then we were experts, and now Singabo Ondaba. Judge Rata, keep the insults coming. Judge Rata also makes it known that he makes no money when the court is not sitting. He only charges when the case is actually sitting, and he even goes as far as telling us that he doesn't drive a 2-cylinder car. I don't know what relevance that has, but in any case, the point that he was trying to make is the fact that the delays that keep happening, people assume that they're delaying this case because they're making money from sitting at home and not continuing with the case, whereas he actually does not cannot make money when the court doesn't sit. When the judge asked for the opinion of the other defense counsels and the state, Baloyi does say that it's in the interest of justice that Sibiya receives a fair trial, so giving Mnisi enough time will actually save more time, because what good is it that they come back and Mnisi is still not prepared and then we have to postpone again? So the postponement is welcomed by the state. Ramusipili agrees. Also Munyeki on behalf of Ngumalo also agrees with this, and then Mshololo also agrees to an extent, but also points out that they have other clients or they have practices that they are running, and the fact that Mnisi says he's not sure that he will be fully prepared by the 24th is an indication that he does or will require more time. So it's only fair that they listen to the suggestion of the judge of giving Mnisi 6 weeks, so that within the 6-week period we know that Mnisi is fully prepared and is ready to go when we do commence, and there won't be any further postponements. And I fully agree with Mshololo when it comes to this one. I mean, Mnisi was not sure. He said 3 weeks, but he's not sure. So giving him enough time, I feel that they need to do that, so that when they do come back, no more stops. Mnisi just goes in with the cross-examination and we go into the defense's case. So the judge then postpones the case to the 14th of April, which will be after the recess, and he does apologize firstly to the public, which I was shocked about, and he does apologize to the families, the friends, the relatives of everyone involved in this case, because of the delays that we have experienced in this case. The final thing that happened on the 3rd of February is that Baloyi updated the list of exhibits. Now, what I found a bit funny about these exhibits is that Umakaleni, we keep hearing that Umakaleni is dead, Umakaleni is no more, but we don't have a death certificate for Umakaleni. He even says, oh no, we'll arrange that at a later time. You knew you were going to talk about Makaleni, my guy. He's one of your witnesses there. Why don't you have his death certificate by now? Why must we wait till a later time? The state is nearly finished with their case and we don't have death certificates. The cause of death and everything. But anyway, those were the proceedings for the 3rd of February. And guys, I have a few things that I just want to talk about before I close off this video. Firstly, I feel that Mnisi needs to be given all the time that he needs in order for him to come up with a solid case for accused number 1. If we take it into consideration that if we had a new lawyer coming in, we would probably postpone the case for a longer period. And it is an advantage that Mnisi has been present. However, guys, Nancy, we've been watching this case from back then. Some of the things that have happened in this case, we have forgotten. So imagine having to represent a person and you have all this information. Yes, you've been watching. Yes, you've been listening. You've got all this information. Some of it you do need to refresh your memory about it. So I feel that he deserves the time that he has requested. It's in the interest of justice. It's in the interest of a fair trial for accused number 1. So the complaints about Mnisi wasting time, really, I don't think they are relevant. I think that they are misdirected. With this time that Mnisi has, I'm hoping that he will ask very good questions and the right questions for accused number 1, but also it will give the defense the opportunity to actually put the questions that they never raised in their cross-examination during Mnisi's cross-examination. So I hope that they will take that into account and actually use this opportunity to ask the questions that they did leave out. This is my opinion. I feel that Muzi Sibiya's case is very strong when it comes to this case. The first reason why I say this is because Muzi Sibiya has police officers that back up his story. Now, if you remember in the trial within a trial, he testified and he did say that he was arrested in March of 2019 and he was questioned with regards to this particular case. Now, why this is relevant right now is that we had Umakubo come in the trial within a trial to testify. However, at that time, it might not have been relevant, but it will be relevant now in Muzi's case to say there is a police officer that backs up Muzi's theory of saying he was questioned about the Senzo Meyiwa case all the way back in 2019 in March. The second police officer that does confirm this particular thing is Constable Zungu. As much as we don't want to believe or hear anything Uzungu says, Uzungu as well mentions a meeting that happened where Klurkop between Makubo, Lishabane, Sitole himself and Umakub. Oh, I mentioned Umakub. So he does mention that meeting that happened in 2019. So if we're having 2 police officers already confirming Muzi Sibiya, do you understand how strong that case is? Now, with this very information of these two officers, Warrant Officer Makubo and Constable Zungu, actually confirming accused number one's theory, it says that Kininda then came to court and lied to us, because Kininda's version is that accused number 1 and 3 accused number 1 and 2 came into the picture when they got the statement from Absalom Zungu, which was in November of 2019. So how could it be that you're saying this person only came into the picture in November when he was already called by Kubo Lishabane, Zungu, your main witness in this case, as well as others, in March? We are gonna see how Muzi's case is strong, just with this one point. The second thing that I want to mention that makes Muzi's case strong is the fact that Muzi has a confession. A lot of people are happy and saying, yes, they confess, but now wait. There are two officers, lead investigating officers of this case, who say that Muzi misled them. The confession of Muzi Sibiya is misleading. So now if you say the confession is misleading, remember, you cannot pick and choose what you want to accept as the truth, you want to accept as a lie in a confession. You need to use the confession in its entirety. So if you're saying that Muzi misled you, why would Muzi mislead you when he's confessing voluntarily? Make it make sense. I'm here, I want to tell my story, and then I just want to lie about the facts of the story. It does not make sense. One, he's saying Senzo was killed on a Saturday, Isabata. Two, he's mentioning Marco and Makimbi. That confession is a lie. So Muzi's chances are very strong in this case for him to walk. Confession or not, I just believe that Muzi's case is really, really strong, and Mnisi will do a fantastic job. For the last point that I will keep emphasizing as Unogwazi is that the state has no case against the 5 accused in this case. Like, they should just drop it. But already, based on the evidence that has been laid in this court, I do not believe the 5 accused are guilty of this murder. So guys, that is the end of the video, and I just like to say, now that we're on this break, I'm also on a break because I honestly feel that I have covered almost everything when it comes to this case. I've touched on the witnesses in the house, I've touched on cell phone evidence, I've touched on ballistics, I've covered Zungu's testimony, I've covered Umchali's testimony, and so I feel that I have that all covered. If you have not watched any of those videos, I do have them on my profile. There is a playlist written Senzo Meyiwa Trial. You can go into that playlist and go through the videos there so that you recap on some of the issues that I have touched on. If you feel that I have left out certain topics and you'd like me to recap on them, I will definitely make time to go through that and create a video, re-jog your memory on those items. But otherwise, I will see you in April. Naminga resta, guys. Naminga resta. In the meantime, guys, please do watch all the other content that I am putting up on my channel. I would really, really appreciate that. Otherwise, yo banana April, unless you guys comment with a topic that I can touch on this case and I'm keen on it, then I will see you in my next video. Bye.